Welcome to this episode of the Commissioner's Report. I'm Stephen Barnes, and today we're going to talk about a very special topic here in Polk County, and that's safe haven for children. And with me today is Marilyn Paul. She is the Executive Director for Options for Women here in Polk County, and the esteemed Commissioner George Lindsey, District 1 for Polk County.
Yes.
Guys, thanks for coming today.
Glad to be here.
Now,
thank you.
Now, Commissioner Lindsey, I know that this has been kind of one of your passions for your entire tenure as commissioner here. Talk a little bit about Safe Haven and what it is and what it means to our community.
Safe Haven is really kind of a last effort for a young lady who has a child, unsure what to do in a crisis mode, has at least seen the child through full term and given birth. It occurred to me with our new fire stations recently opened in Polk County, along with the other 40 stations that we have scattered around the county, it would be a good opportunity to merge these two events that re-announce that every manned fire station in Polk County is designated a safe haven. And that's Florida statute that gives the young family, the young mother, comfort that there is a place that she can take her newborn child without judgment, without persecution or prosecution or any other follow-up action, to drop that baby off at a safe haven location, which of course includes hospital, emergency rooms, as well as fire stations, manned fire stations. Not only the county one, but any city station within Polk County also. So it was a good opportunity to tie those two events together. We've given our firefighters and paramedics some of the finest training, the finest tools, the newest equipment. These new stations are state of the art. But a very important part of that is this safe haven designation. And I invited Marilyn to be with us to explain a little bit some of the I won't say trauma, but I will say the mental anguish that someone goes through when they find themselves in a pregnancy situation that was not planned.
Well, and I think it's interesting that you mentioned about the new fire stations and the incredible growth that Polk County is going through right now. And obviously with so many people moving in and the population booming in Polk County, services like Options for Women is becoming more and more essential. I mean, it's always been essential, but as we see more population, we're going to see more need for these types of services. Marilyn, just kind of give us a brief overview of what Options for Women is, what they do.
Okay, so all of our services are free, always have been, always will be. First and foremost is for that woman that is in an unplanned pregnancy situation and just really, really not sure what to do. And so we want to make sure that we give her all the information so that she can make an informed decision. And that means a good ultrasound so they can actually see what's going on inside of the womb and hear that heartbeat and see that heartbeat and all kinds of information that we give them. We also go through the fetal development as far as what an abortion looks like, just so that they can understand those things. We STD test, and we actually do that for our community free for male and female, even those that aren't pregnant, to be able to help with that situation with the health department. But with what George was saying, postpartum is real. And so even sometimes they've gone through, they realize there's a baby, they decide they want to keep that baby, but then depression sets in and they don't know what to do. So having this safe haven is such a blessing because we want to have resources of all kinds for our girls. And this was, when George called me, I said, what a blessing, because we want to have that as part of our resources for our girls. So again, we do all the pregnancy tests, the ultrasounds, STD testing. We actually even have after abortion counseling for those that need it.
And the fact that you offer these services free of charge is huge, because a lot of the girls and women that are in these crisis type situations, they're either uninsured or underinsured, and so finances are a real concern when it comes to pregnancy, aren't they?
Absolutely, and many of them are not on Medicaid. You would think they would probably be, but they're not. So we're able to connect them with those kind of things also. But so this takes all the financial pressure off. They already have a lot of pressure. They have a lot going on.
Right.
Sometimes they're in really bad situations, whether it's rape or domestic violence or things like that. Take off the financial pressure and let's just talk about what your needs are here and how we can help you.
What are some of the main concerns that you've found over the years when it comes to a crisis pregnancy, when a woman is facing this monumental decision and this situation in her life? What are some of the things that factor in when they're deciding what options they have?
I think the biggest thing is there is so much out there that's not truth. So that's so important to us, again, that they get all the information that's truth, that's clear. That's why ultrasounds are so important, because once they see that changes their mental thought process, because now they do see it really does have a heartbeat. It's really moving. It's waving sometimes at them or sucking their thumbs. It's amazing. I've heard the heartbeat at 5.5 weeks and seen it. So all of that is so important. The brochures that we share with them, of course, adoption and things such as that. But we know that they're in there, they're troubled, they're concerned, they're in many times situations that are not very good, and so they have a lot of concerns from the father of the baby, what that reaction is going to be. The parents, are they going to kill them for this situation? I mean, seriously, some of the things that we hear, and it's heartbreaking, but I'm so proud of our staff and our nurses, our advocates. They're so compassionate. They serve with such heart and excellence that we get amazing comments from our girls. Just so thankful. They make their decision. We never make them do anything, but it does make a difference when they have the information from a caring, compassionate staff and a nurse especially that has all the information.
And getting in touch with you guys is not difficult to do. You've got several locations, information, is it a crisis number maybe, or how do you get a hold of you?
Well, most of them now are looking online. It's Options for Women, phc.com, and they can make appointments or anything there. And our phone number is 863-393-6988. And we're available to take those calls, get the online request, and we even have, it comes to Facebook. Sometimes I've answered calls at midnight.
What an incredible service, Marilyn. Commissioner Lindsey, with just a few minutes left here, partnering with an organization like Options for Women, obviously you've been at ground level of connecting all of these organizations together to provide information to the public, to know where to go to get these resources. How important is it that as a community we come together to save these children?
Absolutely, because recent statistic that you shared with me earlier, last year alone, 18 babies delivered to safe haven facilities statewide. Now, not all those went to a fire station. Some went to medical facilities and emergency rooms. But again, that same protection follows that child. It's really important as we grow. It's important to spread the message, to let everybody know all the options that are available, so that they make informed decisions. Safe Haven is just one element. Marilyn's organization is just one element. But this is a loving and giving community countywide, and I'm proud to be a part of that. The county itself, in my role as county commissioner, and what a tiny role I play with Marilyn and keeping in touch with her organization. But this message needed to be repeated, and it occurred to me with the new fire stations, that was a springboard to bring this message forward.
Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for the vital work that you're doing here in Polk County.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Commissioner's Report. Join us again next time.